For the start, you can find a comfortable seat, maybe finding some more length in your spine, a little bit of openness in your chest. And then if it feels okay, you can close your eyes. Otherwise, you can just soften your gaze, maybe bring your gaze slightly down. And then allow yourself here to settle for a moment. Notice what you're bringing to your mat today. What kind of thoughts, what kind of feelings? What is present for you in this moment? You can feel the ground underneath you. Maybe allow your body weight to sink a little bit more into that. Sink a little bit more into the ground. Maybe it feels good to soften your face, soften your shoulders. And then let's take one deep breath here. And then if you have your eyes closed, you can gently open them again. And then from here with your inhale, you can reach your arms up. And with your exhale, twist it to your right. Bring your left hand onto your right knee, your right hand behind you. And find a little twist here. And then for your twist, see that you can keep a little lift in your spine and in your chest. And find the twist from your center. Connect to your breath again. Feel that twist in the center of your body. And then keep your left hand on your right knee. And from here you can lean towards your left side and then reach your right arm up and over to find a side stretch. And you can either pause here for a moment, or maybe you want to find a little bounce to get a little movement to the stretch. Give it one more breath. And then you can slowly come back up and bring it back to center. Then with your inhale, bring your arms up again. And exhale, twist it to your left, right hand onto your left knee, left hand behind you. And again, keep a little lift in your spine and find that twist from your center. Connecting to your breath again. Inviting that little twist into your spine. Then keep your right hand on your left knee. Lean towards your right side and lift your left arm up and over. And either you want to pause, or maybe you want to add a little movement. Bouncing it a little bit here. And bring awareness to that side stretch that you're feeling. Take one more breath here. And then gently bring it back up and turn back to center. And then you can make your way onto your hands and knees from here. And we're gonna find our puppy pose from here. And for your puppy pose, you can keep your hips above your knees, and then from your tabletop, walk your hands forward and allow your chest to melt down towards the ground. And then rest your forehead onto the ground. And then you can either stay here, or maybe you want to add a little upper arm and shoulder stretch, for which you can come onto your elbows and then move your hands towards your back, either just moving them towards your shoulder, or maybe you want to bring them together and move them together towards your back. Maybe you want to slide your elbows a little bit more forward then. And then from here, allow your heart to melt towards the ground. Take a few deep breaths. One more breath here. Then slowly release your arms forward again, and then slowly walk it back into your tabletop. And then from your tabletop, tuck your toes under and lift it up into your downward facing dog. And maybe you want to move your dog here. You can maybe move your hips a little bit. Maybe you want to bend one knee and then the other one. So see if you can listen to your body here and just see whatever your body needs to settle into this pose. Just following the impulses here. But you're also welcome to stay in stillness for a moment if that feels good. One more breath here. And then with your next inhale, shift your weight forward to find your plank pose, bringing your shoulders above your wrists, pressing into your hands, into your fingers. And then from here, you can lower your forearms to the ground for your forearm plank. You're not going to stay here for too long. Bring your elbows underneath your shoulders, and then really push the ground away from you again. And maybe also pull your heels back and draw your navel in. Take one more inhale here. And then with your exhale, gently bring your hips to the ground. And then land into your Sphinx pose. For your Sphinx pose, you can keep your elbows underneath your shoulders, palms flat on the ground. And then from here, imagine you want to pull your chest forward in between your upper arms. Take a few deep breaths here. Feel that little bend in your lower back. One more inhale here. And with your exhale, you can flare your elbows out. Come all the way to the ground for a moment. Take a breath here. And then you can bring your hands underneath your shoulders. And then in your own way, make your way back into a downward facing dog. Reaching your hips upward. Then with your next inhale, look forward towards your hands. And then you can either step your feet outside of your hands, or maybe you want to lightly hop to the outsides of your hands for a Malasana yogi squat. So your heels are slightly turned in, your toes are turned out. You can bring your elbows here inside of your legs, your hands together. And then see if you can find a little opening in your chest again. And then if you have the tendency, or if you can allow your pelvic floor to just drop down, see if you can keep it a little active by pulling it slightly upward. And then take a breath here, feel a stretch in your hips. Take one more breath here. And then you can bring your hands behind you and gently come to just sit down. And from here you can recline it back, coming down to your back, maybe hugging your knees into your chest for a moment. Maybe you want to rock a little bit from side to side. And then from here, bring your left foot onto the ground, close to your body. And then you can bring your right ankle above your left knee, let your right knee drop to the side. Flex your right foot. And maybe you already feel a stretch here, or maybe you want to bring your legs closer to you. And then you can either grab behind your left thigh or maybe your left shin to find that stretch here. And if possible, allow your shoulders to just stay on the ground, stay relaxed. Maybe you want to close your eyes for a moment. You can send your breath into that stretch in your right hip. Take one more breath here. And then gently release and find the same position on the other side. Bringing your left ankle above your right knee, dropping your left knee to the side. And then maybe bring your legs closer towards you. Again, if possible, keep your shoulders relaxed on the ground. And then maybe send your breath into the stretch that you're feeling. One more breath here. And then slowly release again. You can bring both feet onto the ground. Maybe collapse your knees into each other for a moment. And then from here you can bring your hands together and move your thumbs onto your forehead. Take a deep breath. And then take a moment to thank yourself that you took this time for a little bit of self-care. Namaste.